What's going on, everybody? How you doing out there in YouTube land? It's your man, not your boy, Teddy Fame. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I have to apologize. I've been delinquent on posting, doing my live regularly. I was supposed to do this live yesterday, and some things came up, and I couldn't get to it. And then I was planning on doing it today at 4, and then I got this call at the last minute that I had to take care of that. So, but I did say I'm going. Well, I did say whatever time I'm finished, I'm getting on. So luckily enough, I finished about 35, 40 minutes ago, and now here I am. I'm live. I just became live because we want to continue this journey and talk about my time being a member of Tony Williams Platters from 1982 to 1992. Today we're going to talk about a show we did, and this is very interesting and funny and crazy at the same time because it was 1986, and we got booked to do a New Year's Eve show in Washington DC, which was cool because DC, I'm from New York, we're from New York, we were based in New York, so DC was, an Amtrak ride away, or if we rent a tour bus. But I think what are they? I didn't want to leave with everybody else since it was DC and we was going to be at the Hilton Hotel. So I had invited 2 friends to come along with me and spend the New Year's Eve with me. So instead of traveling with the group on a tour bus, I decided to take the Amtrak with my friends, my 2 partners, and go to Washington D.C. with them. Actually, it was my girlfriend's sister and her boyfriend, or my ex-girlfriend's sister and her boyfriend, and we were all supposed to go, but me and my ex-girlfriend had a falling out, so she didn't want to come. So, but her sister and her sister boyfriend still wanted to come. So I said, "Sure, come on." So we had a good time. I got pictures. I gotta find those pictures. I got a lot of pictures. I got pictures of us at the well, no, I think I put some postal pictures. I got some pictures posted on the tab, but I think I have some pictures around. I gotta find them of the 3 of us actually taking a picture together at. Wait a minute. Let me. I got a bunch of pictures here. You know what? I bet you it's probably in here. And since nobody's on, I can do this thing. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? No, come on now. No, I know I got a new one coming. I know. Oh, snap. I got the picture of us in Israel. No, that's not Israel. I didn't expect to, it's okay. Nobody's on. So I got a picture. I'm sure I got a picture of, but I got a bunch of pictures and a lot of old pictures. But I'm gonna find it. It's a picture of us. Okay, I'm getting close to it. So this is, can you see that? That's a picture of the Ohio players. This is a picture of Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes backstage after the show. And I post one of us on stage performing. So basically, the lineup was, and this was crazy. I jumped the gun talking about it, but the lineup was Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes, the Ohio Players, and the Platters. Now, tell me if that's not a crazy ass lineup. I'm like, boy, that is so diverse in terms of musical styles. The Ohio Players and Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes, because they all started in the 70s, so that's more, but we from the 50s, so I thought that was kind of interesting having that lineup. And basically, and I'm talking to you guys and I'm looking down, I'm going through these pictures, so forgive me while I'm doing this, because I'm looking for these pictures. I want to find that picture while I have it here, because I hate to find it and later and watch it be right at the end. Got a lot of pictures here. I know here it is. Here's one. This is after we're leaving. I wanted to show you the one when we're in our tux. Okay, so I'm on the right track. I found one. So if I found one, I'm gonna find the other one. If you find one, you must find. There's only two, and you know these only two pictures that I have of that night. But not, and I can't believe I have pictures from 1986. 1986, yo. Man, I got some pictures here from going back. But don't tell me I can't find it. Here's another one. All right, come on now. One picture of the people. I want to find that last picture, and then I have more. It'd be crazy if it's the last picture of him, but it don't seem like that's gonna happen. The one of us. Okay. So I showed you the two pictures of Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes, and this is us on that night. This is us doing our dance routine before Tony comes out. That's the Platters. That's me in the back. All the way in the back. I had some hair then. Oh, right there. I had some hair then. And this is the people I was talking about. That's us after That's us after the next day, after when we're leaving from the Hilton. That's my ex-girlfriend's sister and her boyfriend. And this is after that. See, I have my tuxedo, my bag, that's me. And I have my tuxedo in my clothes bag camera with me. And I was going back to get on the train. And this lineup, like I was saying, was Harold Melvin, and Ohio Players opened the show. And this is a show where this is the second and only other show that we ever done where we were the headliners. That one time and I told you about in my last live, I talked about performing with Ray Charles. On that one, he was a headliner. And on this one, crazy, and believe it or not, Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes were the headliners for this particular show. So the Ohio Players opened up the show. The Platters, we came on second, and Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes had closed the show. Now, this is 86, so Teddy Pendergrass had already left in the 70s, but he had already had his car accident. So they had a dude, if you can see in the picture, there's a guy who took Teddy Pendergrass' place And I swear he looked, that's somewhere my finger is. That's the guy who took Teddy Pendergrass' place. That's Harold Melvin right there. And that's the guy who took Teddy Pendergrass' place. And he sounded and looked just like Teddy Pendergrass. No cap, no lie. Really. I was impressed. I was like, wow. And it was a mixed audience. It was sold out. It was mostly an adult audience. Everybody's in their middle adults and older. I was saying that early 30s and up. And so everybody had a group that they were familiar with and can enjoy watching, and the flavor, they got their flavor from. I was a big fan, believe it or not, I was a big fan of the Ohio Players, and I got to meet Sugarfoot. By that time, the Ohio Players consist of the only original members was Diamond and Sugarfoot. And then they had all these other, same thing like our group. The only original member in our group was Tony Williams. So Harold Melvin and Bluenotes. The only original in that group was Harold Melvin. Everybody else was replacement. So, you know, all these groups, and this was the 80s, mid 80s. So all those groups had already our group was from the 50s. Those two groups was from the 70s. So they all had their run where they made a lot of money, sold a lot of records, and had their hits. We had a wonderful time. We were in the Hilton. It was nice. We was in the ballroom in the Hilton. It was really nice. Really enjoyed it. I remember the dinner, the New Year's Eve dinner was great. Our rooms were really nice. The show was good. And believe it or not, this happened to be one of the shows where Tony was doing pretty good, because this was like in the middle of the decade, so he hadn't started deteriorating as he would have gotten a couple of years later. So at that time he was singing decently, I could say decently, and but the people were happy. They got to see the guy who made those records that they grew up listening to. Regardless of how old he was. At the time, Tony was in late 50s, 50, maybe 59, 58 or 59. When I joined the group, he was 54, and he died at 64. Yeah, so our show, and as you see, we got a little dance routine, as you can see, and it was still fresh. You know, I was in a group, I had 82, 83, 84, 85. So I was in the group for 4 years by that time. So I was pretty seasoned. I think I had already started singing a solo in the group. And it was exciting. And it was great to see watch my friends actually see me performing with this famous group and see their response and watch their reactions. That was cool. I really enjoyed that. And then after our show, I was able to hang out. I went out in the audience with my friends, and that's when we took a picture. I can't find it, of us hanging out together in the audience with her, and we watched Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes perform, because they were the headliners of the last act. And that nothing really amazing, exciting to talk about this show. I just wanted to talk about it because it was one of the shows that we had done. There was a New Year's Eve show. Most of our New Year's shows were either in Asia or Europe. So this was our first New Year's Eve show that we did in America, and this was at the Hilton Hotel in Washington DC. Like I said, it was the Ohio Players who opened up. Then it was the Platters, us, and then it was Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes. It was interesting. It was fun, you know. And I knew all the music from all the groups that were there, and looking out into the audience and seeing how diverse the audience was, and how much everybody really enjoyed their time at that particular performance. Like I said, we were there. We got there that afternoon. We checked into the hotel because we stayed in the Hilton where we were performing at, which was cool. That was one of the cool things. So all we had to do was come from our rooms and go down to the ballroom because it was in the Hilton. We did that a few times when we played at some of these big hotels where we actually stayed in the hotel and then played in the ballroom. I think we also did it in Miami, Florida, or Miami Beach at this other hotel. It was the name escapes me right now. It'll come back to me probably not because it's so long ago. All this stuff happened. Then I'm talking about happened in the 80s, in the mid 80s. So for me to actually remember a lot of these things and share this with you is really cool. Like I said, Tony was in good voice that night. He sung pretty well. And we didn't do, I think we all, since it was 3 acts, we all did about 40, 45 minutes each. Yeah, we all did about 40, 45 minutes each. And that was cool. So it wasn't a long show, but it wasn't like one of about 20, 25 minute shows either. When we had like really more than like 4 or 5 acts on the show. This one was only 3. The Ohio Players, us, the Platters, and Harold Melvin and the Bluenotes. So that was cool. That I had a lot of memories from that. Well, I got a lot of memories from all this stuff. And as I show you some of the pictures, I know it's kind of blurry with the light showing, but I was trying to show you some of the pictures of that night's performance in those times. The fact that I still have pictures from that long ago is impressive to me. And I'm happy to hold on to those memories. Today, it's not going to be a long live stream today because I'm late and got some things to do later tonight. And I was going to come on tomorrow, but I'm kind of messed up this week in terms of my scheduling. So my next live will be Monday. I'll go back live on my regular schedule, Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Coast time, because I'm out here in LA. And I just wanted to share that story with you guys about the Platters, Harold Melvin and Bluenotes, and the Ohio Players in Washington, DC. You know, come to think about it, we actually worked with those guys. Well, we worked with Harold Melvin and Bluenotes at another venue, I think it was in Delaware. And we worked with the Ohio Players in Atlanta, Georgia at the Hilton. Wow. Whoa, man. All these memories are coming back. They're coming back. So we worked with those guys a few times. And it's funny, those circuits, the entertainers or the groups, they all start working these same circuits. So we start working on a lot of these groups from different eras. And I was surprised. Nobody bigger, probably the biggest for me was Ray Charles being on the show with. And then, you know, all the groups from that era in the 60s and 50s. And the only 2 groups, I think the 2 groups from the 70s that we worked with were the Ohio Players and Harold Melvin Bluenotes. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to end this live today. This is a short one, not really a long one. I'm going to end this live today just sharing those experiences in that time. And looking back on me, it's funny. here I get. I want to show this again. It's funny. Damn, this light. Oh, there you go. That's me. It's funny to see how young I was, man. Look how young. Look how young I look. Wow, look how young I look back then. That's amazing how young I look. How old was I then? I had hair. I don't have any now. I had hair. I had to have been around 86. I was 20. I was 20. What was I? 25? 25? 26. 25 or 26 years old then at that time. Anyway, we're gonna end now. It was fun. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys again. Come on back Monday and we'll share some more stories. I'll figure out, I haven't decided what story I'm going to share with you on Monday. I'll think about it over the weekend and then I'll give you a notice when I'm about to go live and I'll post it on my page and let you know what the subject or the story is going to be about. It probably is going to be something personal. I want to probably talk about the time that my family came to see me perform with the Platters. So that's probably going to be the next one. Me talking about the time when my parents came to see me or my mother came to see me singing with this group. So that's probably going to be the next one. Okay. So until the next time, this is Ted E. Fame, formerly of Tony Williams Platters, from 1982 to 1992. Back at it again with another live stream. I'm just going to be doing live streams now because eventually I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you Platters fans out there. I want to meet you guys. I want to have a conversation with you. Eventually, like I said, I'm going to start dropping the link in the description, in the comment section, and let you guys join me and actually have conversations. But that's going to be a little further down the road. So right now, I want to get comfortable doing this YouTube thing again. It's my new channel. It's only been probably a month now that I have this channel. And I'm going to do it the right way so I don't lose this channel and see you guys again. So I'm just rambling right now. Enough rambling. I'll see you again in the next one, okay? Love you. Peace.